Allegra here at WMC with the iconic and legendary Pete Tong.
Hiya.
Pete, tell a little bit about yourself to the Rock and Roll Report viewers. They don't know, I know.
They don't know. Been DJing based in the UK since I was at school, which is a long time ago, like probably over 30 years now. Right from the very beginning of it all, kind of influenced by, I suppose, when I started DJing, it was kind of rap and house and disco and everything mixed into one.
Late 80s?
Early 80s.
Early.
and then ran a record label. Back then, being a DJ wasn't enough of a job, so ran a record label, was on the radio, just did everything to just move on. And then the story started from there. Really, ran clubs, worked in Ibiza for 20 years.
He was the biggest music lover I know.
Been on Radio 1, the BBC, hosted my show for since 1991. Every Friday, which became kind of known all over the world thanks to the internet. We love you, whoever you are. And
now you're more
and ran a label, and now traveling all over the world and making more music now as well, which is good. So.
I'm interested in your collaboration with William Morris.
Well, basically, sometimes with DJing, it's hard to. It's just looking at how to use your kind of experience and legacy, I suppose, in a positive way. So after years of being in the record business, which kind of fell apart at the beginning of this century, it wasn't something I wanted to do anymore. And I got this opportunity to create an agency within an agency. And I felt when I met William Morris, it was a bit like working with the BBC. They were a very old, very traditional. Their roots were so solid, but based in music and in movies for almost 100 years. So the opportunity to work with a kind of legendary agency like that, and then create an agency within an agency, was so unique, never been done before.
And the agency.
So it's basically William Morris Electronica, which I'm kind of a part of.
And you look for artists?
So we're looking to. It's two-pronged really, predominantly looking to obviously discover new people in the next generation and use my experience to both, to work with them and help them, and also to take, we felt we offered something different for an agency for people that are established as well, because to have access to the whole William Morris kind of empire and their experience of how to take someone, very established electronic act and broaden their horizons and maybe move them into television, music, commercials,
brand them a little bit more,
bigger deals, the way they appear in terms of live, packaging people together, which is a very rock and roll kind of thing to do that doesn't really get done with electronic music that much. So it's have some fun and do some good.
So it's all electronic artists. There are a lot of electronic artists that cross over though into rock and jazz and hip hop.
Very much so. I mean, we've got bands that like Later the Pier that traditionally you look at them, they look like a rock and roll band, but they're still, there's a lot of fusion, definitely, which is great as well.
Sounds exciting.
That's kind of the way it's going anyway. So I think we're entering an era, or we've been in an era for probably a year or two now, where a lot of electronic artists aren't just content with being in a studio producing tracks or just being a DJ. They all want to be performers now. A lot of them, want to, I don't know where it's inspired by guitar. They want to play live, and they want to be stars again. Which we haven't had that in our scene probably since the '80s with Grace Jones and that kind of era of artists. So it's good.
Well, good. Well, so we're going to be seeing a lot of you in Los Angeles. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I've always gone there a lot actually. I go 2 or 3 times a year, and obviously, that's where the agency is formed. But I mean, they're all over the world.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to the Rock and Roll Report. This has been Allegra with Pete Tong here at the Winter Music Conference.